So it all started with Archivist. My dad got licensed all the Natural History Museum artwork, so we did a whole range of Natural History Museum cards, and slowly that morphed into letterpress. So that's been all began with Dad in a little Adana press in the garden shed, printing little cards that I hate to say it did go out with like thumbprints on the back of the cards, and they'd find them in Paper Chase and you were like, I think that's Dad's thumbprint on the back of a card. And letterpress. And although that's obviously always been a huge thing in the States, he wouldn't always toot his own trumpet, but I can do that for him. He sort of basically coined British letterpress, which is colourful and witty, which is rather than the sort of old-fashioned stuff that you sort of tend to see. It's all beautiful, but he basically made it a little bit more contemporary. So that must be about 15 years ago that started. And a huge amount of the images that we were using were old Matchbox labels. And so slowly he was looking for something new to print, and that's how somehow along the way we started making matchboxes, which must be 10 years ago, and we laughed at him. We said, who on earth is going to buy a luxury gift matchbox? And it turns out that I was wrong and he was right, which has been a very good thing. And we now make an awful lot of matchboxes, giant bottles, boxes, the whole world. There is no such thing as a cohesive archivist plan. Largely just that's not how my dad and I operate in any creative way. eBay, Matchbox labels, old vintage papers, like it's not beautifully archived, there's just boxes at the kitchen table of just fragments of old things, luggage labels that are out of copyright, and a huge amount of stuff is just revamped colours. And then we've got some beautiful contemporary designers that we also license like their work with, but it's all colourful, eccentric, doesn't really fit together, but maybe that's the cohesive of vintage and graphic, and yeah, that's kind of where it comes from. We've always done top drawer for as long as I can remember, and 2 years after having not done a trade show, being back here when we were back in September and just seeing people, design and products and gifts, they're designed to be handed to people and da-da-da, and we don't work in the shops, so we don't see members of the public picking them up, and we have for 3 days, we run our own little shop, and you see like customers coming on, and they're like, and they pick up stuff that you wouldn't have necessarily known was good, and you get a feel of it. The network of other people that I've met from exhibiting everyone here is just really strong, and but the bubble of other exhibitors, and actually there's no such thing as a stupid question, and ask in that way. And the other thing is, don't have a chair on your stand. Don't have a chair on your stand, because everyone always has moments where you're not very busy, and if you sit down then you never move, and comfy shoes, because these poor people that wear heels, no. Comfy shoes and it'll be okay.